What's your opinion about sites like Distrokid? Do you recommend them to producers? Hey guys, welcome to the studio. I survived today. It's Sunday. Vanessa's birthday party was today with a ton of cake. Really delicious cake, all kinds of cake. Cake. I had way too many pieces of cake, so I'm like a little slow because all of my blood is in my stomach trying to make the cake into... Yeah, let's maybe not talk about that and just get to today's Q&A. First question, a very important one. Why don't you like sushi, bro? I just don't like it. I hate everything that tastes like the sea, salty and like, I don't know, it's disgusting. Not my thing. How did you get your first gig? My very first gig, I actually trained at home with like my vinyls and my record players, recorded a mixtape, handed it over to a friend of mine who was also a DJ in my school, and he then took me with him to one of his gigs and I just played the first half hour. That was like an easy way to kind of get my first gig. Didn't get paid, of course. First half hour, no one was there. But it's good to just practice because you will be nervous the first times you're DJing. When you put the absorbing stuff in your walls, do you use normal rock wool or a special kind for sound absorbing? I used here in these, actually in all of them, the same kind. It's a normal one. I think it's even the cheapest because it has like the right density. So there is Sono rock, which is like Sono is for acoustic, more for like dampening sound. And then there's another one that is more for keeping your room warm. They're very similar, but go just with the Sono rock stuff. What is the target loudness for your song? Does it change or fix for all? I always try to go to like -10, maybe -9 dB RMS as an average loudness for a song. Spotify puts it down 4 more dB, so there is no point in making it a lot louder. Some David Guetta songs have like -7. There are even songs with -6, but that just sounds really horrible. I mean, just engage the limiter and see when it starts to sound bad. Back off a little and compare it to other songs if it's like equally loud, or just send it out to a mastering guy and he will do it for you. How do you produce happy songs on a bad day? I just don't. Just go with the mood. If you want to make a happy song, then wait for a happy day. That one is a good one. How to find smaller labels to send demos? That's a good question because this person realized that it's maybe not enough for the really big labels, and that maybe the socials are not big enough, the music isn't good enough, but still wants to start. So I would suggest for electronic dance music, go into BEATPORT, check like the style charts, go down to a place like 50 and below, and try to find a song that is similar to yours, and then try to find out what label it was released on. Then do a little of research about the label, if it's a good one, if no one complains about it, and then just try and reach out to them. That's usually the easiest way to go about this, or just like locally friends and like family that might know someone that owns a label, but the BEATPORT method is pretty straightforward. Have you heard of Bitwig Studio, a new DAW from an employee of Ableton? I haven't heard about it, but it sounds interesting. Maybe he's doing something different in that DAW. I'm 100% not switching. It's like too complicated, takes way too long. I'm staying with Logic. But this could be like a new alternative, which is really nice because the more they compete, the better these DAWs get for us producers. What's the best plugin to produce electronic dance music? The best plugin? Let's just go with Serum. It's the best synthesizer, the best plugin. I don't know. Sidechaining is so crucial. You will need it on every single track. So one of the two. How to write good lyrics? That's a tough one. I won't be able to cover it like here in a Q&A, but if you just can't write good lyrics, try to find a songwriter that is specialized in writing good lyrics and work with them together. That's the best way, the fastest way, because some people are not really talented in writing. It's like a very special skill. And again, as a producer, you don't have to be able to do everything. Just focus on your task and get someone else for the rest. What do you think of Formula 1? It's a little boring, especially at the moment. I never enjoyed watching it. I had a couple of Formula 1 racing games on the computer, which was fun, but like watching it on TV, no. Why is Leonard leaving? Leonard is leaving because he's almost finished with his studies, and he needs to work on his bachelor thesis. He might come back, he might not come back. I don't know, he doesn't know. We'll see. What's your opinion about sites like Distrokid? Do you recommend them to producers? I would recommend them if you have no other option. You want to get your song out on Spotify. I think they don't do BEATPORT at the moment, so it isn't really that interesting for electronic dance music, and they don't do anything to promote your songs. It's just up there on Spotify. That's it. No promotion. And I have the feeling that Spotify doesn't push songs that are distributed by Distrokid, Tunecore, and these smaller kind of distributors where everyone can send in a song, because the quality is pretty low, like on average, compared to bigger distributors that do it a little more professional. So I can't recommend them. I won't use them. I've like my own distribution network that you can also partially kind of use with our sineUP sub-label. So if you're interested, just check out down below the very first link. You can apply. It's invite only at the moment. Send your song in. If we like it, we will help you promote your song and get it out there on all stores for a small fee, but 100% of whatever that track makes is yours. Have you tried the Shaps Omni channel? Yes, I have. It's amazing. Way better than this Lordy, whatever this guy's called, with this new channel strip thing. That is kind of stupid. How to learn fast music theory skills. Is there a website or a plugin or anything you can recommend? Not really. I would actually do it the classic way and get a teacher, at least for the first 10 lessons. Just because it's way faster and you can ask him things back. And music theory isn't that complicated, but again, for the first 10, get someone to teach you, and then you'll be fine for the rest online. Or after 10 lessons, you will actually be able to do like electronic dance music. It's not that complicated, like music theory wise. How to get contact to the clubs if you've never DJ'd in any club before. You can write them emails, which won't really help. You have to go there, be a guest, hang out with them, hang out with the DJ that is playing that night, ask them for help, maybe try to get an appointment, maybe pay him to teach you something, just somehow get connected, and then eventually ask them if you could DJ for the first hour, and maybe they will say yes. Could you tell which software you're using? I'm using Logic Pro X with a ton of plugins. Yeah. That's it. Why my mix sounds good in headphones and worse in speakers? It depends. If you've mixed it with headphones, it's pretty obvious why. So start mixing on speakers. But if that's a general case, then probably something with your mids and sides is probably wrong. So you need to produce again on speakers and start spreading elements, because this way you have way more room. If you put the guitar very far left and right, the middle is free for the vocals. A simple trick. That's something with headphones you won't probably start doing, because it just sounds awkward with headphones. How often does the B Studio get rented out? This right here is the B Studio, if you didn't know. I'd say every second day, like on average. And I try to keep the weekend like off so that I don't have to be here. But even today on a Sunday, after eating way too much cake and partying and birthday, I'm still here taking care of a couple of things that I just can't delay to tomorrow. And yeah, speaking of not being able to delay and having things to take care of, I need to master 2 songs, mix a song, because we're scheduling the next releases for the Accents label, so I have to take care of it tonight. We'll see us tomorrow back again with a full episode. I hope you enjoyed those answers, questions, and if you want to know anything, just leave it in the comments. We'll see us tomorrow back again. And if you want to release your music on the sineUP sub-label, first link in the description. Sine.